Hey guys, and welcome to night 11 in George and Sesska's 13 Nights of Horror. If you can't tell by the outfits, we're doing a little dress up today. And I am rocking my best Norma Bates look. You guys, well, maybe you don't know, but if you've seen my reactions to Bates Motel, you know that I'm obsessed with Norma Bates. I'm obsessed with Psycho. And this is a revisiting sort of day. We've both seen Psycho. We love Psycho. This is just a fun, let's all hang out and watch, can I say one of the best horror movies of all time? I'm going to say it.
Say it.
You don't have to say it, but I will say it. So obviously, George, you've seen Psycho.
Yes, I have. I watched it though. I think I'd watched it only for the first time a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
I actually watched Bates Motel before I'd watched Psycho.
Yeah.
Like I obviously knew the famous scenes and whatnot. And then I watched Bates Motel, and then I think after I'd watched that, I was like, oh, a couple of scenes of that, I thought, well, let me watch the thing. And then 2 years ago, when we did Horror October, we did a watch along with Hunter Boyle, and she'd never seen it before, and so it was great to see. It's always great to see someone watch it for the first time. And I was surprised how much she had no idea, because I just thought this is such a famous film. Everyone who likes movies must know how this goes. And she didn't get know the twist at the end.
I love finding somebody who doesn't know how Psycho turned. Maybe some of you are out there.
Yeah.
And join us on this journey.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Okay, let's get into it.
Because there was a remake, wasn't there, with Vince Vaughn?
There was. And
yeah.
It was a thing.
It was. I mean, the music alone just.
This is weirdly relaxing. We've both seen it. We know where it's going.
We do. We're just going along for the ride. But I haven't watched this since I watched it 2 years ago.
Okay, so might be
it's
something.
Nice to revisit.
Yeah.
This one's definitely in black and white, because when we watched The Birds, we got a colour version. Christmas time.
I was like, a horror movie that doesn't take place in October. Who would have thought they could do that?
Oh, Sam, let's get married.
Yeah. Live with me in a storeroom behind a hardware store in Fairvale. When I send my ex-wife for alimony, you can lick the stamps.
I'll lick the stamps.
So romantic.
It's the little things in life, guys. I haven't even got anybody to lick my stumps.
Go out and find yourself somebody available.
I've got something, not aspirin. My mother's doctor gave them to me the day of my wedding. Teddy was furious when he found out I'd taken tranquilizers.
Any cause?
What a rascal.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the day, my sweet little girl. Oh, not you. My daughter. A baby.
I feel like I didn't think you were talking to me.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom. My office is air-conditioned.
You know what I do about unhappiness? I buy it off.
I don't even want it in the office over the weekend. Put it in the safe deposit box in the bank, and we get him to give us a check on Monday instead.
Uh-oh.
He was flirting with you. I guess he must have noticed my wedding ring.
That was it.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to take the pills? They'll knock that headache out.
Tranquilize.
She'll
Well,
crash
sure
the
it
car.
will.
She's on the way to the bank, like.
Put this money in the bank, then go home and sleep it off.
She's packing a lot to go to the bank.
I love it. She's like,
I'm
gonna solve all my problems. Thank you. I love how at some point she just casually made the decision that she was going to do this. You know what I mean? She was
there was like not a single thought in like the film, and I think that makes it like so cool. Like she's not like, oh, she's just like, yeah, that okay.
Yeah, she's not like, should I?
Yeah.
Oh, is it wrong? She's like, no, this is what I'm doing, and
yeah,
I'm out the door. Thank you.
Let's go.
Big envelope. Geez.
I know.
Just cram it in there.
Cram it in.
You're in it now. No looking back.
But I mean, she could have just been going somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, I know. It didn't have to be that dramatic.
yeah. Or maybe she just remembered what she was doing. She's like, oh shit.
Hold it there.
She was just gonna take off.
And she was like, see ya.
In quite a hurry.
Am I acting as if there's something wrong?
Frankly, yes.
Please, I'd like to go.
She's not being like really unsuspicious. She's like,
She's like, don't look in there.
Yeah. Not this big bag of money.
It's fine.
Sure.
Girl, she could have gotten out of this situation so much easier than
I
like.
know.
Oh man, switching plates and everything.
She's been
Criminal mastermind
about,
over here.
I know. Been thinking of this for years.
I'm in a hurry, and I just want to make a change.
One thing people never ought to be when they're buying used cars, and that's in a hurry.
I'd go up to him and be like, can I help you? This is harassment.
I take it you can prove that car is yours. I mean, out-of-state license and all. You got your pink slip and
I believe I have the necessary papers. Is there a ladies' room?
in the building.
Girl, you seem kind of suspicious.
Yeah,
We need to work on the poker face a little bit.
Like, good on you for doing it, but maybe just have, you know. I mean, I just never understand, like, how people think they, well, I mean, I know people do, but, like, I would just never have the balls think I'd get away with anything to be able to do this.
Well, George, you just need a little faith in yourself, okay?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, Mother always taught me that.
Oh, my God, this cop is really...
No? You forgot all your belongings.
Put it in here, please.
Well, now he's seen this license plate, too. So now, like,
I know,
what was
well,
the whole
that
point?
hasn't... You've just wasted $700.
Well, I ain't about to kiss off $40,000. I'll get it back.
40,000 goes a long way back then.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it now if somebody gave it to me in cash, but...
Now it's rent for like 2 months.
I really like the way they do this, because, like, in a new film, they'd be like, let us show you everything, all these scenes.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't need it, just, this is fine.
Those windshield wipers are doing nothing. Absolutely.
I know, like...
He gave you a
that was
shitty-ass car.
Yeah. You paid $700 for it.
Oh, we have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
Oh, you get the number 1.
Cabin 1. It's closer in case you want anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to the office. Boy, it's stuffy in here.
One day I'll stay in a motel. I know it's not as... It's glamorized in the films.
Well,
It doesn't look like this.
No.
It does not.
in the closet and just tap on the wall. I'll be in the office.
Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Norman Bates. And I'll be back as soon as it's ready.
Okay.
With my trusty umbrella.
My God, he's so charming. It's like...
He's just so good. Like,
he's
Jesus,
so good.
give this man an Oscar.
Is that what you're bringing to dinner?
Yeah. As a thank you.
You bring the sandwiches. I
I'll
bring the cash.
I'll bring the dough. Nobody's coming to look for it because...
Wow. I mean, I'd be kind of paranoid too.
I won't have you bringing strange young girls in for supper. By candlelight, I suppose. You have the guts, boy?
Shut up! Shut up!
She told him.
Also, the voices carry quite a
They-
ways for her to
that's-
hear all of that. See, if I was her, I'd be like, I don't want to deal with this now. This
Yeah.
is too much. I
Like,
don't need like the
I'm
angry
tired.
mom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just need to. I'm gonna go to sleep. Sorry about it.
She isn't quite herself today.
She's stunningly gorgeous. Is that
darling.
what it
I really
is?
don't
That's
have
what it
that
is.
much of an appetite. But as long as you're fixed to supper, we may as well eat it.
Oh,
She said, "Come on in."
don't look in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And warmer in the office.
You see, he doesn't want to be inappropriate.
Which is a change to a lot of the films we've been watching during these 13
Yeah.
nights.
Stop
Like,
rating.
everybody's
be-
busting in everybody's house.
Yeah, everybody's house.
Too officious.
Doors.
I have the
What
corner back
doors?
here.
Personal space? Never heard of it.
I thought she was going to eat a sandwich with a fork, and
Bird.
It's about to flip this table.
I was triggered.
My hobby is stuffing things. You know, taxidermy.
Is your hobby stuffing?
Just rather stuff birds because
Damn.
the look of beasts when they're stuffed. And it's not as expensive as you'd think. It's cheap, really.
Well, sure, you just
needles,
need the
threads,
dead
sawdust.
carcasses.
Yeah.
Chemicals are-
Do you go out with friends?
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Yes, it is,
You've
Norman.
never had an
Yes, it
empty
is.
moment when she talks to me like that. I feel I'd like to go up there and curse her and leave her forever. Or at least a fire.
Wouldn't it be better if you put her someplace?
You mean an institution?
Uh-oh.
A madhouse?
Uh-oh.
They cluck their thick tongues and shake their heads and suggest oh so very delicately.
This is taking a turn.
Yeah. Just a bit. Where's the line?
She just goes a little mad sometimes.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Haven't you?
Yes.
She certainly has.
Yeah.
She's
Just a few days ago, actually.
And I'll have a long drive tomorrow, all the way back to Phoenix.
Really? Are you sure you wouldn't like to stay just a little while longer? Just for talk?
I'd like to, but
I mean, I'd stay with this man all night.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Sorry.
What time?
very early. Don't
I'd eat all those sandwiches.
All right, miss.
Even after all the taxidermy talk and the...
Hey, look. Each to their own.
Mm-hmm.
Dear.
Well, she's keeping track.
I mean, she'll have to. Oh, not. That lasted all of 2 minutes.
Here we go.
I would say, though, this is probably the most famous scene in horror history.
I don't know that I can think of anything.
I mean, the only other thing I would think of is the opening of Scream, which was very much based on this whole situation.
Oh, like going in.
I know.
Now stealing the money is the least of your problems.
Yeah. And I have to say, she looked good even dying. Like,
I know.
she died
Stunning.
so sexy. I'd be like,
Stunning.
but at least she went out, you know, she definitely held on to her integrity
Gorgeous.
and one.
Yeah, you know, my
And the
final
water,
moments, I'm gonna
dramatic.
look like a
Yeah.
mess.
I can't imagine, like, what people, when they watched this for the first time all those years ago, were like, oh my god, what has just happened.
Yeah. Even with her face smashed on the stunning,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. Man, the hotel's about to get some renovations.
Woo!
With that money.
Oh, God, Mother! Blood! Blood!
Wow. What do you do now?
Would you cover up a murder for your mom?
Probably, yeah.
Love
To
you,
be fair,
Mom.
yeah. Like, if you were to go to jail for it, like, could I get like a reality show and it could be like, you know, coping with
Ooh.
my mother's a killer, like documentary. Then I'd be like, sorry, Alison, bye. Would you?
For my mom?
Yeah.
100%. Hide all the bodies.
You'd be like, right, let's go. I've had
She's
this
also
plan for
like
years.
the nicest person on the planet, so nobody would suspect her. So I would feel very confident that we'd get away with it.
You've heard it here first, guys.
Would you wash your hands after you've done the? I feel like you're gonna get blood on yourself again.
Yeah, like this. There's a lot more to go.
Yeah, let's drag the body out first.
And clean the floor and.
Oh, jeez.
See, who wouldn't want to go to a motel after watching this? This is my inspiration.
Luckily, there's no other guests.
Yeah, I mean, that would be
A little
difficult.
Yeah, if there was somebody else.
Yeah, if his mother's going around killing him, I'm not surprised there's no guests.
Wrap her up like a burrito.
Chicken or beef?
Gotta get rid of all. I've opened up the paper.
Yeah, be like, this paper's really heavy.
You could put your mom up in a really nice institution.
Yeah.
With that money. Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, just a random car. Fine. Well,
There goes that.
damn.
Wow.
He has it all figured out.
He does.
Oh man, the money.
The money
Money.
is what we call a MacGuffin. A MacGuffin is an object or something in a film that is only used to drive a plot point and doesn't really mean anything else. So that money was just to get her to go to this place, basically.
Right, but you know, the money.
And the car, brand new.
I'm very concerned about the money. I have my priorities straight.
Yeah. Down it goes.
Wow. Well, that
Nothing
solves
happens.
that.
Yeah.
We're great.
Look, if you two are in this thing together, I don't care. It's none of my business. But I want to talk to Marion, and I want her to tell me it's none of my business, and then I'll go.
Bob, run out and get yourself some lunch.
This woman's wig is almost as obvious as yours.
What are you talking about?
I mean, what
this
wig?
Is my natural. I got
She
this
died
done
just
today.
for this video.
What are you talking about?
Dedication to her channel, guys.
Yeah.
Marion in trouble?
Just bleached the fuck out of it.
That's all. Someone always sees a girl with $40,000.
What?
Sam, they don't want to prosecute. They
What does
just
that
want money
mean?
back.
Well, she's not back there with the nuts and bolts, but she's here in this town somewhere. I'll find her.
I mean, you got a lot of looking to do.
Yeah, have fun.
12 cabins, 12 vacancies. Candy?
No, thanks. Last 2 days,
Jelly
I've been to
baby?
So many motels, my eyes are blurry with neon, but I've been trying to trace a girl that's been missing for about a week now.
Nobody died here.
That would be her. That would how
Yeah.
she'd be like, what?
What?
I didn't think the police.
Nobody was murdered in the room next door.
Oh, I'm not the police. Nobody been here for a couple of weeks, and there's a couple came by and
Uh-oh.
didn't know that you were open.
Yeah.
They didn't
Well,
stay
I should
there.
say old habits die hard.
Is that her?
Yeah, I think so. Marie, Marion, Samuels. Your boyfriend's name is Sam.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was raining, and
Oh, yeah, I totally know
her hair was all
her.
wet. See, now I'm starting to remember it. I'm making a mental picture of it in my mind. You know, if you make a mental picturization of something.
That's right. That's right.
Poker face needs to be better, sweetie.
She was.
You'd know that you were being used. That you wouldn't be made a fool of, would you?
But I'm not a fool.
Well,
and I'm not capable of being fooled, not even by a woman.
Well, this is not a slur on your manhood. I'm
Not
sorry.
even by a
She might have fooled
woman.
me.
No.
Could I talk to your mother?
No, as I told you, she's confined.
Sick old women are usually pretty sharp. Can I just...
Mr. Arbogast.
I wouldn't
Sick old women? Excuse you.
You sure would save me a lot of legwork if you let me talk to her. Would I need a warrant for that, too? Sure.
Oh. Get a warrant.
Anyway.
See you later.
Rob.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
She got bored at the window.
Yeah. Is he just walking in?
How's that
Walking
warrant
in.
going, sir?
Why is this happening in like every movie we watch?
Every
Like
movie.
somebody's just entering without.
I don't know, because they're all fools.
The moral of these 13 Nights of Horror is always knock.
Yes.
Always knock.
Absolutely.
And then wait. That's the second part of it.
Until
Sometimes they
invited,
do knock and then they just
they go in.
they go in anyway. Oh! Slice the face. Oh, dramatic.
Norma. What's going on, girl?
How far is the old highway?
You want to go out there, don't you?
Yes.
Busted on Arbogast and the old lady. Maybe
What fun.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Wouldn't be a wise thing to
More
do.
victims.
Patience doesn't mean my...
Arbogast!
Another car, another mud.
Arbogast!
He's like, I haven't had guests in weeks
I
and
know.
all of this shit happening.
Like, there's not enough room in this swamp for any more cars.
I hate when my mom keeps murdering people and then I gotta
Mm.
clean it up and it's, ugh. Time and time again.
He traced her there and called us to say he was going to question Mrs. Bates.
Norman took a wife?
No, I don't think so. An old woman. His mother.
Probably from Norman Bates. Called you to keep you still while he took off after her and the money.
No.
Ooh,
No, he said he was
that's a
dissatisfied and he was going back.
conspiracy
Why don't you
theory.
call Norman and let him say just what happened?
He wasn't out when you were there. He just wasn't answering the door in the dead of night like some people do. This fellow lives like a hermit.
Oh,
You must
I mean, we
remember
learned that.
business out
Yeah.
there about 10 years ago.
Please.
Don't answer
Don't
the
be
door.
home.
No,
Don't be home.
don't be home.
Norman Bates's mother has been dead and buried in Green Lawn Cemetery for the past 10 years.
Uh-oh.
I helped Norman pick out the dress she was buried in.
What?
Periwinkle blue.
Ain't only local history.
Well, you're looking
Sam.
good
It's the
for
only
it,
case
may
of
I
murder
say.
and
Yeah, thank
suicide on
you.
Fairvale
Thank
Lake.
you.
Norman found them dead together. In bed.
Hmm.
You want to tell me you saw Norman Bates's mother?
But it had to be. Because Arbogast said so, too.
Wait, girl, we just
And
said
the
she was
young man
dead.
wouldn't let him see her
Yeah,
because she was too ill.
maybe he's got a
Well, if the
old
woman
friend.
up there
I will not hide in the fruit cellar. You think I'm fruity, huh? I'm staying right here. This is my room. No one will drag me out of it. Least of
Not
all my
fruity.
big bones.
Mother, please, it's just for a few days. Just for a few days so they won't find you.
It sounds
Just for a few
like
days.
Mama can
In that
handle her
dark,
damn self.
dank fruit
Yeah.
cellar. No. You hid me there.
She's
once,
like, let
so I
them
won't
come.
Do it again. Not ever again. Now get out. Put me down. Put me down. I can walk on my own.
Wow.
He said, I don't trust you to walk on your own.
I still won't feel satisfied until I go out there.
Need closure.
Neither will I. Come on.
All right, time to go.
Decide what we're going to say or do when we walk in there.
And then we're going to search every inch of the place,
Ooh.
inside and out.
We bring a swimsuit.
Yeah.
We
need it.
that. Norman is so annoyed. He's like,
I know, he's like,
Jesus.
I was made up when they changed the freeway because I didn't have to do any work.
Suppose you want to rum? We were going to try to make it straight to San Francisco, but we don't like the look of that sky. Looks like a bad day coming, doesn't it?
I know it's black and white, but it looks kind of sunny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the look of it.
I'll take you to cabin 10.
Too sunny.
Something that proves he got that money away from Marion somehow.
What makes you sound so certain?
Arbogast. He liked
Technically, Marion still
he felt
has the
sorry for
money.
me, and he was beginning to
Yeah,
feel the same way
on
about
her
you. I could
person.
tell that I was
Yeah.
trying to talk.
If he sees us, we're just taking the air.
I mean, I would wait until like nightfall.
Yeah, or at least wait a little bit, because he's probably still around. I mean, he just checked in.
I've been in the room 10 minutes.
But that old woman, whoever she is, she told Arbogast something. I want her to tell us the same thing.
You do not want her to talk.
No, I don't want to go and see her.
I don't like you going to that house alone.
I can handle a sick old woman.
She's spry. She's been running around.
Doing all sorts. You don't know her.
You looking for me?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact. Wife's taking a nap.
I can imagine he was
I never could keep quiet enough for
poking around.
I guess we're just gonna walk up and go in somebody's house uninvited yet again.
We'd love to see it. I mean, close the door, like, make it even more obvious.
Girl.
Yeah, that probably would be me.
No.
This place happens to be my only world. I grew up in that house up there. I had a very happy childhood. My mother and I were more than happy.
He gets very triggered when you try to question his life choices.
Yeah.
I bet your mother knows where the money is and what you did to get it. I think she'll tell us.
Where's that girl you came here with?
Oh! Don't fuck with Norman.
No.
Or his mama.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. Hi.
Mrs. Bates.
What are you doing in the fruit cellar?
Oh. Oh. Oh, that part is still so unsettling.
It was Norman Bates all along.
And now, the other half has taken over. Probably
Yeah, I did.
for all time. You have to go back 10 years. To the time when Norman murdered his mother and her lover. His mother was a clinging, demanding woman.
All right.
And for years, the two of them lived as if there was no one else in the world. He had to erase the crime, at least in his own mind. If he felt a strong attraction to any other woman, the mother side of him would go wild.
Mm.
He was touched by her, aroused by her. He wanted her.
Ooh.
And mother killed the girl. The
You're saying this very bluntly to
I know.
her sister.
She's like, just found out my sister's dead.
He was
In a
I don't
swamp.
need all this, thank you. I love
It's
this.
sad when a mother has to speak the words that condemn her own son. They're probably watching me. Well, let them. Let them see what kind of a person I am. I'm not even going to swat that fly. They'll see and they'll know, and they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Bravo.
Bellissimo.
All right. Well, we're back to revisiting a classic. It just still holds up so well. I do know that a lot of people probably go into this knowing a lot about the plot. I mean, it's kind of hard. I feel like when in discussions of like really famous serial killers or whatever, Norman Bates is, that comes up a bit, and the twist of him being Norma, his mother, and everything like that. I mean, I feel like most people know that.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that again. I was surprised when Hunter didn't know that, and I was like, "How have you got through life and not found out that?" Like, even people who haven't seen the film, like you say, just
most
people sort of
people that
know.
I randomly would talk to would know at least how it ends.
Yeah,
and the shower scene,
of course.
But if you go in not knowing any of that, it's so well done. So well done. I love following Marion for so long, and it's so about her and her journey and stealing the money. And you almost like, there are times where she gets these like glimmers in her eye that like, if you didn't know what this was about, you could be like, is she the psycho?
Yeah.
Because also Anthony Perkins, besides all the taxidermy talk, is very charming and very sweet and very nice.
He is.
Okay, peeking through the wall is probably not.
You might think, oh, he's lonely. But
a little, it's a little weird, but
you don't think that.
His performance is one of my favorite performances ever, because it's just so delightful, but then also like really, really creepy. And that last shot is like
I know,
iconic.
and the voiceover, it's so good. And as I say, I hadn't seen it. I haven't watched it fully since I watched it like 2 years ago, but it is still something that you can revisit, and it just doesn't get old. Like, it just really just stands the test of time. And I think
it's
that's
a good
kudos.
story. It's a good and the idea of, especially once we find out that it's like, oh, Norma Bates is dead, kind of like, but
yeah, like what is going on?
They did it very well. Very shadowed whenever he shows up to murder as her. So it doesn't necessarily really, but even if you know where it's going, I think the film is still good.
Oh yeah.
Because you still kind of want to know how he got to that place, like that he, kind of want to see it happen anyway.
Exactly. And even, like I say, as a rewatch, even though you know what's coming, it's just because the story is so good. It's not, there's some films that there's like twists and you think, yeah, I've watched that and it was good. And, there's only so many times you can watch them. But then I think there's films like this. And I mean, I don't even know anything. Maybe the closest one to this after this could be like The Sixth Sense, maybe, like a film which
has a
big twist, and that you can like kind of watch, because some films have those twists and you're like, oh yeah, but then like, because you know it, you think, well, there's no point in rewatching the film, or you don't, because you don't get that same oh my god. But I think this one definitely, like you say, that moment that he comes in like with the knife, when you see him at the end, you're still like disarmed by like, oh my god, it's
chilling every single time I watch that. It is terrifying, because his demeanor just completely switches from this charming, sweet whatever to like absolutely like murderous and ready to just keep on stabbing. He had a lot of room in that swamp. He was ready.
He was gonna fill it all. Twice over.
Oh my God. Actually, I think that would be like a good question for the comments of like, when did you first watch Psycho? Did you know anything about it going in? And like, what were your impressions like going through it? Because I feel like everybody has maybe a different experience with this movie. It being, kind of so like an older movie that a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
In general. Which is it's just so great.
Yeah. And let us know if this was the first time you've actually watched this film, like with us.
With us.
Yeah. Because that would have been, see, we were with you the whole time. Well, sorry, Norma and Norman were with you today.
And I have to say, kudos to us for not saying or making any jokes about like Norman changing or anything like that, because
Yeah.
I literally was like, maybe somebody doesn't
know.
know how this goes. So
I was
like,
like-
so we're just we were going with it. We're like, yep,
Yeah.
mom is crazy.
We're like, damn, what's she getting up to up there? So you're welcome, because we could have gone ham on we could have really spilled it all. But I think
so shocked if there's somebody who didn't. But there, you know what? There's always somebody.
there
There's
is
always somebody
always
out there.
somebody.
If that was you, let us know.
Yeah.
We didn't spoil
Comment
it
below.
for you. All right, I think that is it for tonight's horror movie. So tomorrow we are back on George's channel, and you know, how should we say this? Tonight we kind of visited my favorite in horror, and we might be
Yeah.
doing something kind of similar for your
Right.
favorite.
I can't guess where we might be going with this.
I don't know.
Who knows? You'll have to come over and find out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.